accurate to how, as we have a surveillance state, we have this super seductive kind of immersion. I call it total immersion, where we're being completely digitally surrounded, and we're no longer separate to our digital identity.
Olvídalo.
Estoy presente ahora. Me amo. Estoy libre de mi ira. Estoy libre de mi tristeza. El amor es mi experiencia.
Adiós. Olá, eu sou Maria.
All the devices and the hardware around us is going to become super shiny, super seductive as well. But we're going to be living in a time of auto self-surveillance. The same way that when you're just talking about maybe going on a holiday to Tunisia, and then you go onto the computer and there's adverts for Tunisia, even though you didn't type anything, but you had your iPhone or your phone near you at the time. These things are happening around us all the time. We're going to be moving into a world where that's just everywhere. And because we're going to be so seduced, like this will be the driverless Uber car, that we'll be so seduced by all these nice things, and we won't be in control of what the social media is saying because it's so filtered. The future of entertainment. I'll tell you a little bit about that before I finish the talk. So, 2020, I'm going to release Consensus Gentium. Consensus Gentium is going to be the immersive experience, the documentary from the future. I'm going to be using the same technology, which is going to be used to surveil us and imprison us in the future, to make you aware of how it's going to work through an immersive experience. Artificial intelligence, facial recognition, and AI. You're going to be inside the world of weaponized tech, auto-surveillance, and biased networks, and you're going to see if you like it. And if you don't like it, at least you'll be aware of it. And if you're aware of it, maybe you could do something about it. That Consensus Gentium is going to be part, if not give birth to a movement of perception, of people using media more consciously, more deliberately, and more aware, particularly in storytelling and technology, which is affecting people on a whole new neurological level. We're going to move from the information age to an age of perception. We're also going to be moving into an age of total immersion, like I showed you in the video. Basically, media is going to fall into, there'll be a gray area in the middle, but two main areas. One of empowerment and one where people will disappear. So maybe if you're not, if you're insecure, or if you're not socially mobile, or just bruck, you might just want to stay in that world all the time. And there'll be economies in these immersive realities. There'll be jobs, there'll be lives. People can stay in there and live in there. And there'll be other people like me who'll be using immersive media and technology and storytelling to empower people. So when you step into these realities, you come out and you're informed and you're aware. VR and MR and XR and AR, all these medias are going to be used for some areas not so positive, for more of a commercial gain, and other areas to really liberate people. We're going to be completely hardwired into our tech, even if it's just emotionally. When you connect with your browsers, or your holographic browsers at the time, they're going to understand your emotions in almost a telepathic way. It's just really multiple senses picking up on your emotions. So you'll never have to type into the equivalent Netflix in the future what type of film you want, because the media will pick up that you're feeling sad, so it will suggest a comedy. Basically, your media hardware is going to know you more than your partner, and we're going to like that. And we're going to want to be connected to that all the time. Data democratization. Data and AI democratization are going to become basically social justice and civil rights issues, because the technology that's running this software and running these storytelling experiences and running entertainment is something that we all need to have access to so that we can all benefit. The stories of my childhood have influenced the world that we live in today. That's why it's called programming. In your time, you immerse people in the future of my time in a world that you didn't even take time to consider what you were immersing them in. You are the creators of your own reality through the stories that you tell each other and yourselves and the technology that you create. You asked me to come